How's it going? Keith Townsend from the CTOadvisor.com with today's CTO Daily Dose, September 6th, about a week removed from VMworld 2017. And a very great theme came out, or at least a consistent strength theme came out from VMworld 2017. VMware acknowledged that they're a infrastructure company. Now, infrastructure company doesn't mean that you're not cloud or cloud native or there's not a relationship for cloud. The infrastructure is just starting to be redefined. This is not anything new in computer science. Before, in the early days of computer science, we would address memory directly, we'd address hard disk sectors directly. There was a bunch of abstractions that had to happen before we had the PC. And then we built upon the PC and we've gotten virtualization. So we've moved up the stack as to what is infrastructure. VMware is starting to make that pivot when it comes to infrastructure. An indication of that is this consistent theme of VMware Cloud Foundation that we heard in VMworld 2017. So what is VMware Cloud Foundation? It is the building block of VMware's multi-cloud strategy. Now, again, this is a multi-cloud strategy from the perspective of an infrastructure company. What's the foundation of VCF? First off is vSphere. I said over on the Cube that Pat Gelsinger, CEO of VMware, when he first came in, doubled down on vSphere. He ejected the Pivotal business unit, sold that off to EMC, focused on vSphere. vSphere is still the foundation of that. Then once we go out to the network, the next is VMware's billion-dollar business run rate business NSX. When it comes to storage and data services, we have vSAN. And then when it comes to management stack, we have VMware vRealize. And that is the foundation of VMware's vCloud Foundation. So how is this relevant to multi-cloud? Well, VMware came up with a validated design for VCF, which means that if you buy the right BOM, basically you can run this stack with all of these resources and anywhere you have bare metal access to the x86 infrastructure. So just taking a bunch of servers, no external storage array, no special networking, you can create a VMware cloud. Why is this important? Well, first off, you can build that, you can start in your own data center. You can start by building what VMware calls a cloud in your data center. Then as you start to expand out, you can go to what we've always seen as the familiar VMware Cloud, vCloud network, so vCAN. vCAN providers can also build your VCF using the same tools that VMware provided in your data center, same infrastructure, same design, run on someone else's hardware. So why would you want to run this in someone else's hardware? Basically, for the very same reasons we look towards other cloud native solutions in a colo such as Equinix, Expedient, Rackspace. The list goes on and on for environments that provide this type of connectivity. But we can use the vCAN network, to connect out to the public cloud. And that public cloud includes services such as AWS, GCP, Google Compute, Azure, as well as Office SaaS services like Office 365, Salesforce.com. Again, that list goes on and on and on. You get low latency, high access speed to these providers built on this vCloud Foundation stack. So that means that my operating model that I have in my data center still exists in my data center. I can take that operating model from a people, process, and technology perspective. So my backup tools, my service management layer, everything that I've built around vSphere will work in this private colo model that the infrastructure, the physical infrastructure, is outsourced to that cloud provider, and all I have to do is consume the infrastructure basically as a software as a service offering. Then I have the extended ability to connect out to a public cloud using this high speed connectivity. Then I can go one layer further. Let's say that there's the need to I'm fully in bed with AWS. I love AWS. I'm consuming Lambda. I'm consuming the CDN, RDMS databases, etc. But I have a heavy traditional application such as SAP or some Oracle based workload that needs to run on traditional vSphere environment. Well, AWS now has a VCF option in VMware Cloud on AWS. So this VCF that I ran in my private data center, this VCF that I ran in the vCAN network, this VCF that I can now run in AWS, now runs in AWS, and that capability that Rackspace, Equinix, Telstra, or whoever IBM provided in managing that hardware stack is now managed by VMware. Primary advantage: one, I have a VMware provided solution, and then two, I have super high speed connectivity to my Lambda, to RDMS, to the CDN, all the services that exist in AWS. I have high speed connectivity to it. What's the catch? Well, the catch is this is pretty immature at this point, and in the sense that this is basically VCF. Its strength is also its weakness. VCF in AWS. This isn't an integration of AWS and VMware from a service level. So I'm not going into vCenter and saying, hey, this Lambda instance should have access to this set of VMs, or this RDMS. If I give a developer access to RDMS database, then that automatically creates a relationship with VMs in my VMware infrastructure. That plumbing still needs to be done manually, but I'm pretty convinced, especially with Andy Jassy appearing on stage at VMworld 2017, that VMware and AWS will work that out. And we'll see a seamless relationship eventually between VCF and AWS services. That's it for this CTO Daily Dose. If you want to learn more about the CTO Advisor, follow me on the web, thectoadvisor.com, where you can subscribe to all of my content, or you can look me up on Twitter at CTO Advisor, or if you want to find more CTO Daily Doses, simply search the hashtag CTO Daily Dose. Talk to you guys next CTO Daily Dose.